Alright, George, so you got your tools, you're ready to take out the fuel pump, right?
Right, so you see there's the fuel pump. So before taking the pump off, it's best to blow some of these dust so it won't go into the tank. What's that? Ah, what is that doing in there? Alright, so we need two 14mm wrenches. And just loosen it. Oh boy. Better. That's vapor lock. Shouldn't be. I should get a plug for it. Why you open this alive? Oh, I'm using the wrong way, sorry. Wow. That's pretty tight. Okay, there we go. Bring the plug. That's pretty odd to do that. Maybe the weather is too hot. Alright, so now what you do is you get a screwdriver. Actually, this requires a special tool. But you just get a screwdriver and go over it counterclockwise, of course. I don't understand why he's doing that. I told you it's vapor. Alright. Expensive pump. There you go. Actually, this has got a lot of gas, but the gauge shows empty.
So probably a sensor's bad, huh?
This is the the fuel level sensor. Most likely this one is bad also. So the way to find this out, what we could do is plug this back in. It's got two slots, so put it back the same way. And sometimes when you do this, because the motor is inside this unit, it starts to work for some reason. So it might work. Oh, we need to put the ground. Basically, we can ground it here. So that's ground. That's a ground wire. I could put it back, but I don't want to put it back because it's wasting time. So I'm going to go ahead and the way we can find out if the fuel gauge is working or not, I want you to come over. And that's the fuel gauge right there.
Right.
So I'm gonna, the lever, I'm gonna show you later on. I'm gonna move that up
Okay.
to see if it moves. So tell me if it does go up. Is it going up?
Yes, it is.
All the way?
It's moving.
Is it all the way up?
Well, it's moving slightly.
Well, right now it should be full.
Well, it's getting there. It's a quarter of a tank right now.
Well, right now it's way up there, so it should reach full.
Well, it's moving. It's almost half a tank now.
Moving very slowly.
Yeah. I can't see. It's kind of hard on the video, but
So where's it at now?
it's about a half a tank right now.
Yeah, so that means the sending unit is no good. So when this is down, that means there's no gas in the tank. Once you start putting gas, the float, this is called the float, keeps going up and up and up. So I had it all the way up there, up here,
Right.
and it was showing half. So that means that this sending unit is no good.
Well, the gauge was still moving.
Right, but it's moving very slowly. So let me do this. Let me put this way up here. Wait a couple of minutes. It should go up immediately.
It's moving slightly, correct?
Yeah, it's moving very slow.
And it should be moving faster now.
Yeah, as soon as you put gas, you know. So this sensor right here, it's not sensing it correctly, and it's most likely is because it sat for many years in the sun. You could see this right there. Those black spots. So that's where it's not making a good contact. Now to be sure if this pump is working or not, what we can do is, as I said, sometimes it does happen that it starts to work. So we got the two wires. What we could do is, by testing it, we have to avoid any fire. So it's best thing to get rid of the gas as much as we can.
Put it on YouTube?
Yeah.
كده نازلين خراب خالص making further.
So, as I said, I have a fancy dancy test light, but all you need is a positive and negative and a battery, and make sure that there's no gas. I'm doing this because I have years of experience. So that black one, most of the time black indicates negative, brown, which we have brown right here. Then we got you want to make sure it's not touching the other side or it's not close to the positive side. Now we go right there where the other connector is. This is supposed to turn blue. It's turning, green. So that means that the pump might be okay or just started to function. But still doesn't. That pump, giving it positive, it should function right now. But as you can see, nothing is coming out of this hole right here. That's where, this is the return, goes to the engine. So nothing is coming out, or even the motor is not buzzing. I'm going to try it one more time. So that's it, folks. Now,
All right, George.
the return,
Thanks.
I don't have a pump yet for it, so all you need is another pump and put it back the way you took it off. Make sure that this is facing towards the two inlet and outlet fuel hoses.
Well, once we get the new pump, we'll do a video on how to install the new pump.
Very good.
All right, George. Thanks for the tip.
Anytime.